So here we are with the first instrument in the synthetic rig bundle, and it's the Boom 808 Percussion Synth. Now for those of you in the know, it's going to be no surprise that this is a software recreation of the classic TR-808 hardware. It's really got the same colour scheme and a really similar layout, but we've obviously got extra functionality here that's not available in the hardware, and we've got some really nice extra touches that I'm going to show you. First of all, let's take a look at the layout. We've got all our sounds laid out very clearly, and we've actually got 16 available. So you can play these on a MIDI keyboard at any one time. On the original 808, you had to switch between the congas and the toms, I believe, and there were only 12 sounds available for programming at any one time. So this is a really cool feature straight away. We've got parameters that are available on every single drum, like volume and pan, and we've also got tuning on every single drum as well. We've got decay on most of the sounds, and then there are a couple of extra parameters that you're going to see on things like the bass drum and the snare drum. So we've got a tone control, a snappy control, and a tone control on the snare drum as well. And these are specific to these sounds. Now there are global things that are quite interesting, like we've got an analog control, which affects the entire drum machine and gives you a more sort of emulated analog sound, of course. And then we've got a poly and mono mode. So poly is going to allow you to play many drums at the same time, and mono mode is going to act more like the original hardware and play one at a time. I prefer using it in this mode. Now, one thing that I really like about this is the bass only or all drums mode. Now, in the all drums mode, you're going to hear a traditional kit, and I'll just play back some of the sounds. Now that was actually all the sounds in order, but you get an idea of the sound, right? So what people used to do was sample the bass drum, and they used to span it across a keyboard and use it as like a bass synth. And we can do that with a single flick of one switch now. So let's just flick that and play back. So we can use it to create bass lines and melodies, and it'll go pretty high as well. I really like that mode, and it sort of opens up the possibilities here so that you can use this like a synth as well as a drum machine. So the extra parameters are really useful. So on the snare drum, for example, we've got this snappy mode, which really emulates the drum synthesis of the 808, as does the tone. And then we've got tuning on every single drum, as I mentioned before. This allows you to tune your drums exactly to your project, which is always useful. Volume and pan on each mode is really cool, acts sort of like a mixer. And then if we flip the rack, you're going to see a huge amount of connectivity for a single drum machine, and certainly more than we saw on the hardware. We've got a load of CV inputs here. And really what these do is they allow us to modulate the volume and things like the pan and the gate from any other device. And then really nice touch is that we've got stereo outputs for every single drum on the machine. So we can pan left and right using those stereo outputs, and we can mix to a submixer. Now I'm going to start to show you the sort of thing that we can create with the Boom 808. In the next video, I'm going to show you a beat being put together, and I'll even throw the sounds out into a submixer to show you that functionality as well.